lots and lots of interesting stories. I'll start off with the front page of the Punch newspaper. Presidency will be exchanged words over Supreme Court. Mobad, court sends nurse friend back to custody. 34-year-old Ogun woman found dead inside canal. Police probe another Uniport student's death in apartment. Ogun community decries refuse dump. Fears cholera surge. Nigeria lost 4.3 trillion to oil theft in 5 years. That's according to the federal government. Business and economy, that one. Court rejects Akeredolu lawmaker's suit against Aiyedatiwa. How coupists killed my father's governor and visiting head of state in Rosie, Donald Faji's eldest son. You find that on the panorama page of the Punch this morning. Naira crashes to 1,030 per dollar as speculators react. To take a couple of more stories, on the business side, intervene in ports cargo evacuation. Tinubu urges African leaders. Naira crashes, already took that one. Take one more. This one says Edopol ex-works minister. Others defect to APC.
All right, to move over to the cable NG this morning, quite interesting headlines here. And of course, from the business side of the cable, it says Naira appreciate further trades 1,025 Naira per dollar at parallel market. We also have this one, 2 generator repairmen killed in Canadian High Commission fire outbreak. And other top stories, presidency to Obi, you once benefited from judiciary, you castigate now. And of course, INEC obeys court order, adds APC silver to list of Bayelsa Giba candidate. And we also have other stories here. Chinyumbu sympathizes with Canada over fire incident at High Commission in Abuja. And other top stories on the cable NG this morning. We have this one. EFCC fails to produce a Mefele in court as George again orders is released. And this one says this is not the end. Okay, Obi hints at contesting 2027 presidential election. All right, all the stories here on the front page of the Cable NG this morning. Get involved. EFCC chairman asks tertiary institutions to support fight against internet fraud. And NBC to collaborate with NAITI to investigate alleged indebtedness to Federation. And of course, we take two more before delving into another paper. Ready to move forward, NACON sets up committee for 2024 Hajj preparation. And of course, we take this one as the last one. Kano Guba appeal court reserves judgment in Abba Yusuf's appeal.
From the Daily Post, business related to this one, Nigeria grapples with Naira fluctuations as exchange rates stifle economy, investors' confidence. That's the story there. You find it in the pages of the Daily Post. Benue gang war, death toll hits 25. Presidential election, why didn't step down, work with Atiku? Peter Obi. That's talking politics. More politics. Supreme Court judgment. Peter Obi hints on contesting 2027 presidential election. Soludo's father dies at 92. Other stories linking Omugbadu to outlawed Mbate. Unjust, baseless, murder youths knock Governor Sule. Court of Appeal affirms Kalu winner of Abia North. NIN is free. NIMC DG says GOC toss troops on peaceful election in Bayelsa. November 11 Guba elections, police will deal with criminals. IGP warns. Support Tinubu if you love Nigeria. Or Nonuga, replies Peter Obi. More stories here. Governor Eno urges appellate court to dismiss Basi Akpan's case. Enugu Guba Poll Appeal Court reserve judgment in petition seeking to sack Mba. We'll take two more. Rep seat, Appeal Court sacks LP's Nwodo. And lastly, PDP government plotting to rig Taraba. Local government polls, APC alleges.
All right, now to the Vanguard. The Vanguard also has very striking headlines. We have this one. U.S. advisory can create panic, affect economy. That's what the federal government is saying. 2023 presidential poll, presidency APC attack Obi over stance on Supreme Court verdict. And we also have other headlines. This one is talking about how generator explosion killed 2 at Canadian embassy. That's FEMA giving details of that. All the latest news here on the Vanguard. Suspended Adamawa Rec Hudu on the run. Interesting. That's according to INEC. Judge restates order for unconditional release of ex-CBN Governor Emefiele. Mr. Ubu's leg amputated to keep him alive. That's according to family. U.S. advisory can create panic, affect economy. That's been taken earlier. We have this one. Bandits Boko Haram killed 29 Castina Borno. Now that the Supreme Court has ruled by GD4 Adibe. We'll take some couple more. How-generated explosion that appears to be virtually in all the papers this morning. Vet toll in Benue gang war hits 25. A Kotun resident in fear as daylight robbers invade Governor's Road. And the last one here says the battering of NLC President Ajaro.
Headlines from the Premium Times this morning. Boko Haram kills 13 rice farmers in Borno. Supreme Court's judgment contradicts overwhelming evidence of election rigging. False claim, Peter Obi. 14 killed, 17 injured as terrorists attack residents during religious celebration in Katsina. Ghana's sophisticated artisanal firearms trade needs regulating. Fire outbreak at Canada High Commission in Nigerian capital, Abuja. Editorial Tinubu appointment of partisan recs and the endangering of Nigeria's democracy while we quickly pass 2.17 trillion supplementary budget in Dume. Court cases are not won on public opinion but on evidence law, APC, replies Obi. For the record, what Peter Obi said about Supreme Court judgment on the presidential election. U.S. travel advisory caused panic. Adverse effects on economy. Nigerian government. Presidential polls. Okay, why Nigerians rejected Peter Obi. Already took that one. Uni Uyo to graduate 14,866 students as Vincent Yama Danjuma bag honorary degrees. Some Nigerian broadcasting codes violate human rights, ECOWAS court. Communal crisis, disregard stories of ministers' intervention in Kaduna. Official, travel tourism in Africa could boost continent's economy by $168 billion. That's according to a report out of the Premium Times this morning.
So we're going to our first break right about now. We'll be back very shortly. Please do stay with us.
Stay tuned to 32 FM 94.9.
tí 9 mobile network naija gangan bá jẹ́ àyò rẹ̀ èrè ńlá ń dúró dè ọ́ nígbàkúgbà tí o bá nílò dátà sí láti wo sinimá tàbí gba oríṣiríṣi àjàbalẹ̀ eré ìdárayá 9 mobile wà fún ọ pẹ̀lú 1,500 naira péré wàá jẹ ìgbádùn 8 gigabyte látọ̀dọ̀ 9 mobile o tún lè fi 9.5 gigabyte ṣe ìfàjẹ pẹ̀lú 2,000 naira péré àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ darapọ̀ mọ́ 9 mobile lónìí tàbí kí o tẹ *301# láti yan dátà olówó pọ́kú tí ó ṣe gbẹ́kẹ̀lé 9 mobile wà níbí fún ọ wà níbí fún Naija.
Mọ́mì wa, kí ló ń jẹ́ kí tí oníṣokoléètì tẹ́ ẹ kò rí yọ̀yọ̀yọ̀? Ṣé yọ̀yọ̀yọ̀ látara mílìkì ni tàbí yọ̀yọ̀yọ̀ látara wàrà? Ǹjẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ wípé ìdá 20 tàbí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ mílìkì ló ń bẹ nínú Milo Active Go? Milo ó kún láti tẹ̀síwájú.
Milo!
It's been 6 years. 6 years of quality broadcasting. 6 years of filling your heart and your world with laughter. As 32 FM celebrates its 6th anniversary, we ask you to join us in changing the narrative about the environment in Ibadan. Let's keep Ibadan clean together. We urge you to join us as we clean up Ojaba Market on Saturday, the 11th of November 2023. We will also be joined by the Honorable Commissioner for Environment in Oyo State, Honorable Abdulmojid Mogbonjubola, and his team. Time is 7 a.m. prompt.
Bó ṣe ń wò mí yìí, mo jẹ́ kan nínú àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ jẹun dáadáa. Ìdí tó fi jẹ́ wípé tí mo bá fẹ́ jẹun, ọ̀pọ̀ nǹkan tó dáa ni mo máa ń fi sínú ẹ̀ fún àsáró mi lẹ́yìn tí mo bá fẹja sí i. Màá fàlùbọ́sà, tàtàṣé àti úgú ṣẹ̀jọ́ ẹ̀. Màá wá fi kóró náà tá a jẹ́ kó sọkútù wọ̀wọ̀ sí i fọ́dún tó gbámúṣé. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, ìgbé ayé tó dáa ni téèyàn bá jẹun tó dáa.
Ṣẹjọ́ gbogbo oúnjẹ rẹ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó ewébẹ̀. Wá fi kóró náà dára sí i fún adùn tó gbámúṣé yẹn. Lónìí, jẹun tó dáa.
Omo, you're always on your phone. You don't even have time for your guys anymore. Where you they see this data?
Sorry, bro. It's Ayoba.
Ayoba? Which babe is that one again?
Ayoba is not a babe. It's the all-in-one app that lets you chat and call friends, listen to music, play games, get trendy gist, and many more. All on the app. No need for multiple apps. Just use Ayoba and enjoy.
Yo, tell me more.
Yes! With Ayoba, you can play, work, have fun, share files, and many more. And that's not all. MTN subscribers get 700 MB weekly to enjoy all these on Ayoba. So, what are you waiting for? Download Ayoba now on Play Store or App Store to get started.
Guy, this Ayoba is better than you said, oh.
MTN, what are we doing today?
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
All right, you're welcome back. In case you're just joining us, this is the Break It On Papers Review here on 32 FM 94.9, and it's really about time to delve into the paper analysis proper. My name is GBOLABO Fimosco.
And my name is Kenny Duritilu. Joining us this morning is Mr. Femi Olupale for the analysis. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Kenny. Good morning, Nike. And good morning to our esteemed listeners. And I congratulate this unique radio on the
6th anniversary.
And I congratulate the CEO, a unique CEO who doesn't behave like the owner of the radio. He behaves like one of the employees, and he loves everyone. And I'm not surprised that this radio is making waves. So congratulations to all of you, and I wish you more successes in your future endeavors.
Thank you so much, Mr. Olukule. You almost called me Nike this morning. Nike is on the show. You're so used to her. All right, quickly, let's look at this one from Obi. It says, this is not the end. Obi hints at contesting 2027 presidential election. No doubt, anyone will want to contest this election in terms of the fact that there's been a lot of controversy. But then, from your own assessment, as Obi as an opposition who has majority of his youth, because if you look at Nigeria's population, it is believed that 60% of our population are youth. Is it playing a good opposition in tackling all of this? We've had a number of policies that the government has reeled out, has churned out, like the exchange rate, for instance, where we have legal experts saying that, you know, the CBN should set the standard for the exchange rate in terms of the monetary policies, and we've not seen that happen. It's been a free show, it's been a free market. And now we have the opposition right there. We do remember when ACN was in the opposition, we saw what Lai Mohammed did with all policies of government by issuing statements and categorically spelling out things that ought to be done with policies of government. But then look at the I&E window, look at how much more economy has been so depleted. Is Obi, as a matter of fact, playing a good opposition here with some of the things? We've heard all of these cries about these elections being mad with irregularities. Is it new? What do we expect from the opposition at this point in time?
Well, Obi is just coming out of, I'm sorry to use this word, shock from the outcome of his tussle with APC at Supreme Court. So we should give him some time to get himself together, to play the opposition that the nation expects him to play. However, I don't expect either Obi or either Labour Party or PDP to play the kind of opposition that APC played when PDP was in the saddle. You know, it was controlled by Alhaji Lai Mohammed. That was not the kind of opposition. If any one of the two parties or any one of the parties we have in Nigeria should play that kind of opposition, they will cause President Tinubu to lose focus, because that was not the kind of opposition that one expected an opposition party to play. However, the fact of the matter is that President Tinubu met ugly situation when he came in, and you see, his case is just like an airplane that is trying to get to the normal altitude, and when it gets to the normal altitude, then it is then that it will start cruising. So now it is trying to gain the normal altitude. I mean, the government of President Tinubu is trying to get the normal altitude, and we should give it some time. But if anybody is going to play opposition, I I feel that what they should do is to look at what the government has not done very well, and then attack it, and then profile what you think is the solution. And that is why President Tinubu says nobody should pity him. People should go to town with anything he does wrong, and anytime he falters, he would say, yes, I have made a mistake. So that is good from his own side. So let us give Obi some time. I'm sure he's intelligent enough to play the kind of opposition that we expect. And the same thing goes to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar too. We expect him to play vibrant opposition, because it will, at the end of the day, pay all of us. The government needs to be kept on its toes to do the needful for Nigerians.
Very quickly, Mr. Femi, let's talk about Peter Obi and his call for a 5-year term with a 30-year rotation system for the presidency. What do you think is behind this particular call, the effect it'll have on our democracy? And he also mentioned something about having a mechanism for leaders to be answerable to the public through regular question and answer sessions, amongst a bunch of other things. What's your take on this particular one?
Let me start from the rear. During the time of President Olusegun Obasanjo, he engaged the members of the public so seriously, periodically. He told them what his government was doing, and he received information from them. He even received attacks from them. So that is one of the signatures of democracy. So people should be informed, and people from the lowest rung of the ladder should have an input in how the government is being run. That is expected to be brilliantly played by the people in the National Assembly. But unfortunately, since 1999, we have seen the National Assembly being put in the pocket of the president. So the people now rely on the press, and the press in particular, and then the social organizations like Huriwa and Serap to say something. So it is normal, and I agree with Obi that the president should come out periodically to engage Nigerians in talks and about how it's ruling us, and Nigerians should also have the opportunity. Now, about the 5-year term, you remember that that kite was first flown by former President Goodluck Jonathan, when he said, I think it was 5 or 6 years that he said, a single term, right, that we shouldn't be having 2 terms. And you remember recently that Governor Seyi Makinde also said something like that. Honestly, when we have probably a single term of 6 years, I think it will pay us, because we have seen so much money being wasted in the contest for second term. We have seen some people, when they gain the second term, they don't do brilliantly as they did during their first term. So that will save us some embarrassments and some headaches and some wastages here and there, and then some hula balloons that we see all over every time people want to contest for second term. So I think the National Assembly should consider it 6 years, single term. That will be our homegrown democracy. So I think I'm on the same page with Obi's suggestion.
All right, Mr. Olukule, let's look at what is happening between the EFCC and, of course, Emefiele. The embattled CBN governor, he was suspended. And now it appears Emefiele is not having a soft landing at all, and EFCC, it's not also backing down in spite of a court order that is saying that he should be released unconditionally. What do you think this government wants to get out of Emefiele? We do know that some of the policies were very controversial, like the Naira redesign. Many people are still complaining even up till now. Why did we redesign the Naira in that manner? It's like a shoddy kind of performance for many Nigerians. But now, can EFCC take laws into its hands? Because the court has said, do this way, and they decide not to at this point in time.
I agree with your opinion. Or let me say your do I say your opinion? I agree with what Nigerians feel, that the redesign of Naira was done in a shoddy manner. And from Grapevine, we heard that it was done in order to attack some politicians so that they would not flaunt money all over the place. They will not buy the election. So that was why, and you see that it was done hurriedly. Nigerians were stampeded, and that was why we lost some souls. Businesses were destroyed, people were pauperized, and people were bruised with that project, which has fallen flat now. However, it is not that Naira redesign alone that Emefiele has query to answer on. There are so many other things. But sincerely speaking, if it is true that we are running a democracy, and one of those hallmarks of democracy is the rule of law, in fact, it's the tripod upon which it is standing, there is no reason for EFCC or the police or any of these agencies, law enforcement agencies, to disobey court laws. Because when that happens, that means we are saying that anything goes in the country. So they must obey the court to free that man. If he has other cases to answer, if they feel he has cases to answer, then they may rearrest him and
so the question is, where is Buhari? If Emefiele has to go through all of this, the question is, where is Buhari?
Well, you see, let's not deceive ourselves. I don't think the President Bola Tinubu, will want to touch Buhari. I don't think so. I said it earlier. I've said it before.
Is he above the law?
It's not above the law. But you see, there is an aura that these people generate for themselves. And you see this party comradeship, and then it's my man, and I'm his man, and it's our party. It's there. And then now it's a former president. You see, in Nigeria, we see the former president as a kind of god that we should not touch. So I don't honestly. If President Tinubu should touch Muhammadu Buhari, honestly, I will celebrate him. But I don't see him doing that. And there is no how you are going to deal with Emefiele that you will not get to Buhari. So there may be a kind of selective treatment for Emefiele. If they see that anything that will touch Buhari has been uncovered, that Emefiele has done, they may share that one and go to those ones that may not probably touch former President Buhari. So if you look at President Obasanjo, he too, there were allegations that he did some things that are questionable. People are still talking about $16 million or so, or money for regularization of electricity, which we didn't have. And then people talk about how President Jonathan superintended an NNPC where Alison Madueke allegedly stole so much money. So many of them have queries to answer, but who is querying them? Nobody. So I don't see President Bola Tinubu tampering with former President Buhari.
Let's look into the federal government saying U.S. travel advisories will turn investors away from the country. They're saying that it undermines efforts the government has been making to attract investors into the country. You might recall that the U.S. had warned its citizens in Nigeria of elevated threats to major hotels and larger cities in the country. What do you think the minister is trying to get at here? The U.S. shouldn't look out for its citizens because the Nigerian economy is struggling. It's difficult to understand. I don't know if you can help us out here with this
except the minister will say that foreigners should not come to our country. If he will not say that, their home countries have their responsibility to tell to their citizens where to go, where not to go, in order not to endanger themselves. They have that right. However, what that signposts is the fact that all is not yet well with us in the country in terms of security. And all of us who are Nigerians know there's no country that will want its citizens, whether inside or outside, to be slaughtered, to be endangered. And I think U.S. is alive to its responsibility. So, and what that means is that U.S. is still even telling the government of Nigeria that okay, your security architecture should be upgraded to contain these elements who are from somewhere who are destroying your country. So that is what they are saying. So okay, if US says my people don't go to this area, we Nigerians are in those areas and we are being killed. So in Borno, you have just read that some people were killed. Rice farmers were killed on their farms. So must US allow its citizens to go to where they will be killed? So I think it is doing its civic responsibility.
There's a sense of a wake up call, a get your act together kind of thing here. Is the government seeing it this way? It looks like they're looking at it like the US is pointing fingers at us. We're not getting things right. So that's how it comes across.
Unfortunately, when things that are normal are being said, people will read politics into it. Nigerian government is reading politics into what US is doing. Nigerian government is seeing it that US is trying to cripple its struggling economy further because of what it's saying. But US is rendering services to its people, except Nigeria wants to say that okay, US citizens get out of our country, which I'm sure Nigeria will not want to do. So I think Nigerians should take a cue. Nigerian governments should take a cue from what US is saying by addressing what the US is saying to its citizens. Address it. It is not for US alone that information is useful for. It is useful for we Nigerians and other nationals who are in our country. So what I expect the government of Nigeria to do is to address those shortcomings so that all of us, whether foreigners or citizens of Nigeria, should live in peace.
All right, we'll take some commercials. When we come back, we'll open the phone lines. Stay with us.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
My son has a football match at school today, but looks tired already, wearing his boots slowly, like someone turned down our playback speed.
But with Golden Penny Choco, he eventually comes alive. Now Junior is back on his feet to take on his day. Cause I make breakfast time, Choco time.
Golden Penny Choco for everyday energy.
Àtótó àrèrè kéku ilé ó gbọ́kú sọ fún toko káàdùn gbọ́kúrò fóòbè kára ilé ó ránṣẹ́ para oko pé yóò tún lálẹ́ bí ọ̀wàrà òjò ìtànsán tó mọ́lẹ̀ rokoṣo ìràwọ̀ ọ̀sán tí bàgbà lẹ́rù ìkànnì 32FM 949 Ìbàdàn pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ iléeṣẹ́ tó mójútóró ètò àyíká nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ àti kọmíṣánná fọ́rọ̀ ètò àyíká gan fúnra rẹ̀ Honorable Abdulmojid Mogbonjubola tó fi máwọn olùkú rẹ̀ àti iléeṣẹ́ wa gan fúnra rẹ̀ fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ 32FM 949 Ìbàdàn yóò ṣe ìtanijí ìlànà lọ́yẹ̀ nípa mímú Ìbàdàn àyíká agbègbè àti ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ lápapọ̀ mọ́ tónítóní lọ́jọ́ 11 oṣù 11 ọjọ́ balẹ̀tò mọ́tótó àkànṣe tí iléeṣẹ́ 32FM yóò gùnlé ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láago 7 òwúrọ̀ ó yá ẹ̀túyáyá kájọ múlùú Ìbàdàn rẹwà.
Láti ṣe oúnjẹ tó dáa máa ń múnú mi dùn. Ìdí tó fi jẹ́ wípé nígbàkúùgbà tí n bá ń ṣe oúnjẹ, mo máa ń fi kóró náà dára sí. Fún ẹ̀fọ́ sí, ugu o, tàtàṣé o, ṣọ̀mbọ̀ o, àlùbọ́sà. Kò sí ohun tí mo kì í fi sí tán. Ìdí táwọn ọmọ mi ṣe ń gbádùn oúnjẹ mi nìyẹn.
Mami, mi ò yọ, mo fẹ́ sí.
Ṣẹ́rí, ṣètò gbogbo oúnjẹ rẹ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó ewébẹ̀. Wá fi kóró náà dára sí fún adùn tó gbámúṣé yẹn. Lónìí, jẹun tó dáa. Omo, you're always on your phone. You don't even have time for your guys anymore. Where you they see this data?
Sorry, bro. It's Ayoba.
Ayoba? Which babe is that one again?
Ayoba is not a babe. It's the all-in-one app that lets you chat and call friends, listen to music, play games, get trendy gist, and many more. All on the app. No need for multiple apps. Just use Ayoba and enjoy.
Yo, tell me more.
Yes! With Ayoba, you can play, work, have fun, share files, and many more. And that's not all. MTN subscribers subscribers get 700 MB weekly to enjoy all these on Ayoba. So, what are you waiting for? Download Ayoba now on Play Store or App Store to get started.
Guy, this Ayoba is better than you said, oh.
MTN, what are we doing today?
Please listen to this special announcement. All IEG schools and AHZ, a top UK university representative, are hosting a personalized open day in Ibadan. If you wish to study in the UK, then this open day is for you. Come engage in conversations with professionals, gaining first-hand knowledge about studying in the UK. All IEG schools are Bangor University, University of Bradford, Edinburgh Napier University, University of Greenwich, and the Montfort United. Also University of Roehampton, BPP University, and Ravensbourne. Date 16th November 2023. Time 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Venue 21B West 1 Office Suite opposite Environmental Task Force Office, Secretariat, Agodi Road, Ibadan. For more information about the fair, please call +234 81 44 91 5954 or +234 81 58 93 93 37 or visit info.ibadan@ahzassociates.co.uk.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM, 94.9, the antidote to depression.
All right, you're welcome back. And of course, you're still on to Break It Down People's Review here on 32FM 94.9. And it's really about time to open the phone lines and also take your commentaries on our socials, 32FM 949 Ibadan, on Facebook and also on YouTube. And the numbers to call us in this morning is 070-55000 949 or 080-97000 And for our international audience, you can call this number +234 9622949. All right, we still have Mr. Femi Olukule with us in the studios.
Yeah, so let's quickly touch on this one. Ogun community decries refuse dump, fears cholera surge. It's a headline out of the Punch newspaper. It does seem that they have struggling with cholera cases as a result of, a dirty environment. What do you make of this particular one, Mr. Femi?
Yeah, there is a saying that cleanliness is next to godliness, and this is what we must make our people to know. Even in Ibadan here, when you see the medians on our roads, people dump refuse there. I've been in my car and I saw people dropping the rubbish on the road in commercial vehicles. So I want to enjoin Oyo State government to ensure that they sensitize people, and they should speak in the language that people will understand, Yoruba language in particular. If you go to Sabo, engage somebody who understands Hausa, so that people may know the bad effect of what they are doing if they make the environment unclean. So we have seen cholera threatening them in Ogun State, and we don't pray for it in Oyo State. And in Ogun State, we pray that they should be able to contain it, and so that it doesn't escalate. Because if it escalates in that place, we are not safe in Oyo State. They are not safe in Lagos because of the proximity. So I just want to call on all the governments, not in Southwest alone, all governments in Nigeria. They must ensure that people are thoroughly educated so that they don't mess up the environment.
All right, along those lines as well, don't forget that 32 FM, in celebration of our 6th anniversary, one of the things that we're doing will be cleaning up part of Ibadan, Ojaba Market.
Yes, it is laudable. It is beautiful that this radio station has thought along that line, because the radio station knows that if people are sick, it will not be happy. And that is why it has decided to engage people to
as part of the corporate social responsibility.
Yes, to engage people to see the reason the environment must be clean. And the radio station, the staff of the radio station too, are going to be engaged in the cleaning of Ojaba area of the city. So kudos to the radio.
All right, that's this Saturday, 11th of November, 7 a.m. You want to join us for that one? 0705 5000 949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
GBOLABO, good morning.
Good morning.
Olakule, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is okay. First, probably let me say congratulations. Big shout out to the station. Some of us that actually started, we are proud of the station and what they are doing. So I think it's great kudos to the chairman and every other person that has been part of this great achievement. So I say congratulations to you. We are proud of you. We are all solidly behind this station. It's been giving us what we want. So I am very proud. And GBOLABO, I think when Mr. Olakule did, I make that same mistake. Wherein sometime I call you Denike. You're all the same thing. It's in the same station. That is the
in the spirit of oneness, right? Okay.
GBOLABO should pardon
Okay.
me.
Thank you for that. And Mr. Olakule,
Yes, sir.
thank you very much. There is one thing I want you to know.
Yeah.
You see, a lot of the people that are listening, they want to speak from both mouths. But when you are standing on what is right, they will actually challenge you. So please go on. Some of us are behind you. Good morning. This is okay.
All right.
Thank you so much, okay, for that. The numbers are still 070-55,949 or 080-970-949. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, GBOLABO.
Good morning.
My name is Benjamin calling from Apata.
All right.
Kudos to 94.9 FM for what they are doing. I pray that the good Lord will take you more higher and higher in Jesus' name. Hello?
We can hear you. Amen.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, all right. Now, on the issue of Emefiele, I think when you asked the question the other time that is anybody above the law, yes, in this country, some people are above the law. Buhari is above the law. Some people, some cabals that are eating from the proceeds of the subsidy removal, the government knows them, but they can't just mention their names. Those people, they are above the law. So there are some people that can do something in this country, they can do some bad things in this country, and they will go scot-free. Let me or our analyst here do something bad at the junction. You will see people police coming to arrest us. You will tell us that we are criminals. But some people they are above the law. I wish that immediately you pay dearly for what he has done, because during the cash crunch process, so many people lost their lives. Can those lives be revived? So let me face his music. Thank you very much.
0705 5000 949 0829 7000 Once again, we are live on Facebook. You can drop your reactions, and let's take some reactions out of Facebook now.
All right, quickly, let's look at what Ayori did. Dawo Tola dropped. He said, you cannot expect Tinubu to touch Buhari now. Which of the former presidents or heads of states dare touch a former president without the country boiling? And that's a question mark. Many of them gallivanting about with their loot. You want Tinubu to do so your dream of trouble for Tinubu can be realized. Tinubu is wiser. Let Peter Obi do that after 2031.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, this is Miriam. I'm calling from Modejai.
All right.
Yes, they do say cleanliness is next to godliness. And I think it's high time Oyo residents join hands with your station, that is 32 FM, the Commissioner for Environment, and the state government, because in togetherness, we can achieve a better Oyo state. Let's stop dropping refuse at the riverway and also the media, because cleanliness is next to godliness. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that one. 0705 5000 949 0829 7000 949.
We have this one from Raja Fiza Bidemi back to Facebook. Good morning, Kenny Bolabo, an analyst in the studio. Kudos to the governor, Sheyi, for addressing civil servants and retirees yesterday and promised them 25,000 naira and 15,000 naira for 6 months as palliative award. God bless GSM, God bless your state, and God bless Nigeria.
Hello, good morning. Hello? All right. 0705 5000 949. Mr. Femi, would you like to address the Oyo State story, the development that we just heard? 25,000 naira approved by the governor.
Yesterday I was saying that I was advising that Governor Sheyi Makinde should not allow those people to go on strike, that he should come down to their level. And I'm so happy that he went into their midst, he stood in their midst as their governor. And that is what people want. You just try to give them what they want. And then he promised 25,000 naira to each worker and then 15,000 naira to each retiree. Very good. And that will stabilize douse detention and stabilize the polity in Oyo State. So I give kudos to the governor for so doing.
Hello?
Hello, good morning. Okay.
All right, the numbers again are still 070 55,000 949 or 080 970 949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is John Olaruwachukoni from Ado. Kudos to Title FM. But my question is this: are you going to be doing this environmental something? Is it quarterly or every month or just for this one? When I drop the call, please, maybe you can answer me for that one. And again, on the issue of Sheyi Makinde giving the money to the pensioners and the workers in your state, I think somebody called and just do somehow to the analyst. Yeah, when he mentioned that, when he make analysis on that issue yesterday, when he talk about Imo, and he said that he knows that Sheyi Makinde will do something. And today, you can justify the analyst. I think we need to shun our emotion, and we need to just talk about reality. Thank you, and good morning.
All right, John Olarinwajo, thank you for that. You do remember that it's our 6th anniversary, and of course, it's part of our corporate responsibility to do that. So we are building soldiers, we're raising soldiers that will ensure that cleanliness becomes a part of their daily life. So while we do this, we're leading a team, and we're hoping that the more people we're able to bring up as soldiers, they will be able to replicate that in their community. It doesn't stop. So it's me and you and every individuals within our environment. It's a continuous thing we need to do. But we are leading this because it's our 6th anniversary and it's part of our corporate social responsibility to pass on good values. So we're expecting that you also be there so that in your community you also tell them that it's good to clean up their environment from time to time. So it doesn't end with our 6th anniversary.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Femi Lukunle, for joining us this morning. We appreciate your insights on the stories. My name is Kenny Jurutilu.
And I'm GBOLABO, famous school. Bye for now. The Smart Kids Show is up next.